Hi everyone, this is Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing today? Um, I am actually having a decent day. It's Saturday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. My daughter was just here. I always love seeing my daughter. Always, always, always. I don't see her enough anymore. One thing about me not being able to drive. But anyway, she came over to trim my hair because I haven't been able to go out. The lady who used to cut my hair, she's just so busy and she can't find any help in her shop. So my daughter does it for me. She was going to be a cosmetologist at one point in time. Was going to go to school for it and decided she didn't want to anymore. She learned how to cut hair and everything by watching YouTube. And she does a pretty decent job. She got her own scissors and everything, and she just cut my ends right now because everything was sticking together on me and I was having a hard time with it. So I feel like so much lighter already. She might come back in 2 weeks because I can't decide. She said she's jealous of me because my bangs are so long now. Didn't mean to do this, but because they're so long now. And she wants to grow hers out like that. And mine grew out that way like really quickly within the last, I think last time she cut my hair was maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I had bangs at the time. I always have bangs. I kind of miss my bangs. Told her I don't like how I look with the longer ones. But you tell me, what do you think? She told me that if I wanted her to, she'll come back out in 2 weeks and she'll give me bangs again. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Should I have bangs normally? If I do, I'm trying to do a longer one. Like we'll do the sides to here and then at the top will be like here. Like the beautician that I went to would always frame my face so that I'd have that like oval look and it would come down to a point like below my chin. Emily can't quite do that, but she can, get the different lengths around, but she can't get like the perfect point and all that. But anyway, she can cut them if I want them cut. Trying to decide if I want to or not, or if I should leave them like this. So you tell me. I know normally I have it up. Got it down right now because, like I said, it's feeling good. I'm going to have to put it up here soon. It's supposed to get to 79 degrees out, and then I get too hot, and I have to have it up in a bun then because I'm just way too hot. But I wanted to come on today, do something a little bit different. I do have a couple things to show you that I got, but it's not yarn. It is crochet and yarn related. But I got 2 pattern books from Annie's. And these are Annie's crochet books. And I thought that I would do flip throughs real quick of both of them. Maybe not a perfect flip through. This one is Patchwork Animals. It's at Annie's Crochet. And this one is the one I thought maybe people might be more interested in. It's a big book of Christmas crochet. I think this was last year's. Is there a date on it? No, it just says Big Book of Christmas Crochet. It's all crochet. It's not like they do every year. They have a different they come out with Christmas items in it, but they're not all crochet. They're like you can have some to sew, some to crochet, some to knit, maybe some macrame, and maybe some needlepoint. So this one's all crochet. I'd fallen in love with some things, and they just had some of their books. I think it was all of their bestsellers, 50% off. And I caught these during that sale. I love to have my patterns in hand to go over them. Lots of times when I use a pattern from a book, I will copy it because we have one of those printers. It's a copier, fax machine, everything in one, although we don't use it as a fax machine since we don't have a landline anymore. But yeah, I use the copier on it a lot. And I like to copy my patterns so that I don't mess the books up. Sometimes I'll just use it out of the book. And now that I have my highlighter tape that I use, it makes it a little bit easier because then I can highlight the rows. And as long as I'm not needing to like bend the book all the way back and around, um, I've been doing that a little bit more. And if it's on something small, something larger like a blanket, I would probably print it out. My problem is right now I have a stack about probably like that thick of patterns that I have printed. So, and keeping them separated and everything, I need to get one of those big 3-ring binders and get the sheet protectors and put like a pattern in each, sheet protector. I have the fundage to do that right now. So as soon as I do, since I just finished my class and hopefully I'll start getting some clients soon. For those of you who don't know, I said it on my last video, I am now a tech editor. So I'm looking for designers who have patterns who would like them tech edited. So yeah, now that I'm going to be able to start doing that, I can start putting money away for a couple of different things every month. One of them is we need repair in our bathroom. So that's the big one. And then I want to put away some money every month that will be just specifically for yarn, patterns, um, project keepers, um, things like that. So, why can't my brain think of it right now? Um, ah, stitch markers. There we go. Anyway, stitch markers, things like that, things that I need to help keep crocheting easier. So when I'm making gifts, it makes it easier. If I happen to get somebody who orders something, it makes it easier. I'm starting another class to help manage myself and market myself, and that's by Crochet Preneur. Pam Grice, if you've ever heard of her. I've been paying for the class, but I didn't really start getting into it because I was finishing the other one. So now I can start going through and doing everything, piece by piece, and hopefully start managing and marketing myself better. So, sorry again for my mess behind me, but that's basically how it always is. I have a little bit of yarn in these, and then my stuffed animals that my daughter gave me that I just like to keep them out here so I can see them. If you would see my walls, you would see that the only thing on them are pictures, and most of them, 99.9%, are pictures of my daughter when she was little. And then the other ones are family pictures. We have a couple collages with family pictures in them. So, yeah, I was telling her that I really need to redo everything in here, take things down, make some, like I'm making her a banner that I talked about that I want to give her for either a housewarming present when they get their house or for Christmas. It'll be my first tapestry project. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to put some crochet banners and some, things in here. But having the mom in me is having a real hard time taking down the pictures of my daughter because she's at an age where she doesn't like her picture taken anymore. So the only pictures I have of her is when she was little. I had a picture of her when she was a toddler, maybe a year old, maybe 2. We'd been at the mall and there was a guy who was doing pastel drawings, and he's not there anymore, so I wonder if anything happened to him. Anyway, he used to go down to somewhere in Florida and do them on the boardwalk, and like maybe go to different fairs and stuff throughout the country. And he was retired and he was living here now, so he would set up in the mall and do them there. And I had one done of her and gave it to my husband for his birthday. So he's always like, okay, if we ever have a fire, I'm grabbing that picture and running out of the house with it. It's just so precious. And then he'll joke with me, well, if anything ever happens with me, that's my picture. Remember, you gave it to me. Yes, I know. I wanted her to sit for one when she was older to have another one of her sitting in the same direction because it's a silhouette. And have her just do another one. I think she was 10 or something. She was like, no, I don't want to do it. And she was raising a fit. And so I never did get another one done, which makes me sad sometimes, but we have the first one. So that's what counts. Now, flip through. I'm going to try to do the best that I can since it's up like this and I don't have a tutorial type setup to be able to share it that way. This first one is Patchwork Animals. Um, Sheila Leslie, I am guessing, is the one who wrote all the patterns because that's the name on it. So Patchwork Animals by Sheila Leslie. 12 adorable animals made using worsted weight yarn. And there's the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 9 of them. Are they so cute? I saw this. I had not planned on getting an amigurumi book of any type, and I just had to have it. Cover. I really love that outfit. And the piggy is so cute. I have an idea. I want to make that for somebody. Here's the sheep. And there's the side of him. I know I probably shouldn't be, I don't know how to show this without you guys seeing the pattern, so I'm just going to try and flip through it here real quick. There we go. There's the pony. I would love to make a pony too. Actually, I'd love to make all these. There's the side of the pony. And what I like about these is at the end, it shows you how to do the facial features for anybody who hasn't done embroidery before. It shows you how to do the satin stitch and how to do straight stitches, which is basically what you use for the faces, which is helping me out a lot because I had forgotten like the satin stitch and I was trying to put straight stitches together to make everything before. Here's a teddy bear. The lion. I think it is so cute, but to me the hair part is intimidating. So I've never done anything like that. Tell me if you have, how much is it too hard? Is it enjoyable to do hair like that? There's the piggy again. I'm thinking of making a lovey for our nephew, and actually it's our niece's son. And then when I saw that pig, the patchwork pig, I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll just make him this. They live on a farm, love animals. There's the giraffe. But I found a cow lovey. So I'm trying to decide between the two. Speaking of, here's the cow. Moo. My best friend loves cows, so I always look for everything in the cows. She does her kitchen with cow towels and everything, and anything she can find with cows. She loves them. And there's elephant. He has a channel on here. I think it's called Emmy, EMI Purity, but she has not been taping for a while, so I know she wants to get it up and going again, but I'm not sure if she will. There's a monkey. Love this one. There's the little doggy. Love the little doggy. Little puppy, excuse me. And then the little kitty. Little kitty. And then it's just, the rest is just all of the ones I've shown already, but like how to finish them off. If they didn't have enough room in the front with the patterns, it gives you the rest of the pattern that they may not have had on there. That one. Now, the Big Book of Christmas Crochet. There's the back. Is there a name on this one? Big Book of Christmas Crochet. 31 festive designs for the holidays. Something tells me it must have different people who designed these because there's not a name on it. Table of contents. First thing on here is a reindeer throw. But who knows, if I like making the tapestry wall hanging, maybe I'll attempt something like this someday. We do have, on my husband's side of the family, people who love to hunt and things. My sister-in-law had found a baby Afghan that had like a reindeer head and stuff on it that she wanted me to make for my nephew that I was talking about, that our niece had. And I was just like, that's just too much for me right now. If I do a baby blanket, I need to do something quick and easy that looks nice. That can be an heirloom blanket. That looks really pretty. I always make ones with, usually I make ones that have more than one stitch in them. And yeah, I was like, ugh, but not tapestry right now because that would just take. This is a mug rug. It's called Christmas Morning Mug Rugs. Now to me, they were just a tad plain, but with the stitch they're made of, if I wanted to, I could get some thread and a tapestry hook and do some kind of cross stitch on it if I wanted to. I used to cross stitch all the time. I have patterns somewhere of things that I have wanted to make at a time when I thought that I only had a couple more years to live. I had went out and bought different cross stitch patterns for people in my life because I was mainly doing needlepoint and cross stitching at the time that I wanted to make. Like I have the mountains with an eagle soaring over it that I wanted to make for my dad because he's so into eagles, and he used to drive a Harley Hog, and he just had eagles everywhere because he really got into them because they had them on a lot of the different Harley shirts and stuff. But he was into them even before that. And I remember getting him from one of my first real jobs. I was working in a floral shop where they had collectibles. They had all the different, like the snow babies and precious moments, um, trolls, which were made by a man from where I live out of South Bend, which was a limited thing because they only did a couple pieces at a time. And I always wanted one, but I could never afford one. And they had all this different crystal and different shapes. And one of them had like a mountain that was carved out of a piece of wood. And then it had a crystal eagle that was flying over it. And they showed it like flying, but then it had like this round that went into a point part underneath it so that it would stick down into the wood and make it look like it was flying. It was gorgeous. And I saved my money, put my money aside, and hoped that nobody would come in and buy it before I could afford it. And nobody did. So I bought it and gave it to my dad for Christmas one year. And he treasures that. There's a table runner. Rustic Christmas runner. Holiday baskets. But to me, these are just plain baskets that could have been in any kind of book. They just put all the different trimmings in it to make it. This I may try after Christmas, and if it's not too hard to make, I may make some for presents for next Christmas. bringing home the tree hot pad. If I have time, if I start making the wall hanging for my daughter and it's going easy, I may just stop and do the hot pad sometime. So, Yuletide greetings, Afghan. I love this Afghan. The only thing is in my house, white does not, and off-white does not last long. We had a gorgeous off-white Afghan that we got for our wedding, either the shower or a wedding gift. And not handmade, it was machine made. Looked like a nice, somewhere between crochet and knit Afghan, and we've had it for years, and I've always had it on the back of a chair. Well, it's been on the back of my husband's chair lately, and there's spots with stains in it, and the only thing we can think of is when he comes in sweaty from work and that, and if he'll sit down, it started to stain the Afghan. So we hadn't had that before. He had always had it on the back of his chair, but now all of a sudden there's stains and stuff on it. So I don't know if it's just because the older it got and now it doesn't have some protection on it. I have no idea. So we put that outside for a cat that we thought was a feral cat, and we were trying to find a home for it, but we actually found out that he belongs to the neighbor 2 houses down. So we found his family, which was good. Snowman pillow. I love this snowman pillow. I want to make this for my mom. My mom loves snowmen. She just loves them so much. I do too. So I want to make it for her and maybe for us, but we don't decorate really for Christmas, just our tree. And last year, I don't even know if we got our, yeah, I think he got the tree up at the last minute. I haven't been able to help with the way my back and just everything is, which makes me sad. I used to love watching him and my daughter put it up, and I would like hand her the ornaments, get them out of the box and hand them to her. And then I had gotten really sick and I couldn't even come out to do that. And I just get to see the tree after it was made. But I used to be the person to put our trees together when I was younger, and I miss doing that. These are little round elves. This is the buffalo plaid gnome scarf. And then I also like this throw. This is the cranberry lace throw. Let's see without the glare. Oh, but what I was saying about the other one, it had bobbles and things on it. This is just a lacier pattern. Let me go back and show you closer. Couldn't make it an off-white, but I'm thinking of if I made it and it would be for Christmas, of maybe making it in green or red, or green and red. Maybe making the different stitches, different sections in a different color, and kind of stripe it. And then this one is kind of cool. You make it with, they're called postcard gift tags in boxes. You need a hole punch, and you need, they've got like a template in here for some of them. Other things they say you can use a cookie cutter to make the little tags and things and stuff. If you have like old cards, old postcards, and you can make those out of them. I thought those were cool. And then stitch them together. This one is called a doily, but I don't know. To me, it just looks like a bunch of knotted string, which I guess would be a doily. I wouldn't know. Once you took this off the shelf, tell me what you think. Once you took this off the shelf, and if you were trying to store it, how would you store something as lacy like that without it just tangling up on itself? That would be my only thing about this one. The other ones that have, more stitches have more structure to them, so they would be easier to fold up. So, yeah. My only issue with that is it just looks like it would be hard to do because it is so lacy with that kind of string, and then to keep it from knotting up on itself, I think would just be too card. This I'm going to make. I don't know when I'm going to make it, but one of the whole reasons I really wanted this is for this angel Doily. Isn't she gorgeous? But what I'm thinking of doing is, of course, leaving her the wings white or off-white, because I usually always use off-white. Maybe the head and the halo off-white, and then the dress using different colored thread. Tell me what you think about that. Maybe if I can find a pretty yellow, since yellow is my favorite color, and that would be the one that stays here. I might make an all like the crew one. But yeah, and if I can make one that looks like stained glass, that would be really cool. Christmas morning slippers. Little booties. This I love too, and I want to make him at some time. Reindeer doorstop. Isn't he so cute? I want to make. Might be like a next year Christmas present for my daughter. Even though she enjoys Halloween more, I think she would really like him. Santa Afghan and pillow. I think these are kind of cute too. Not sure if I'd want to make them. Making that beard looks like it's made out of crocodile stitch. That would take a lot. This I kind of like. It's an elf boot stocking. I want to make us new stockings. I was looking at this going, maybe, but I want to make us like big stockings. So I don't know if an elf boot would be like quite large enough. But I thought that was kind of cute. That might be something if I ever set up an Etsy shop or something that I would make for Christmas time to try and sell. Here we have the Suave Snowman. I'm making him for my mom at some point in time. And this, I've always wanted to get some ornaments to do something like this with. Easy holiday ornament covers. I always tend to have the wrong size ornament, and then I'm not sure what to adjust to make it bigger, to make it fit it, so we'll see. This one is a poinsettia towel topper, which I think is pretty, but for me, I wouldn't want to use a regular towel here. I would want to crochet something. I like the all crochet towels. And then here we got Jingle Bell slippers. I like these. I'm thinking of maybe. But if I did that, the cats would be attacking my feet if I put the jingle bells on it. So if I make it, I may have to do it without the jingle bells. Otherwise, they're going to get attacked all the time. Here we have Farmhouse truck pillow. And then I think, but I'm not positive, that might be the back of it. I'd like to make that as well. And that was it. That's done with both the flip throughs. Cool. And we are still under half an hour. Now I want to show you, I just got in the mail today. I did an order this month of stitch markers because they were on sale. And I've been wanting some more stitch markers. I love my stitch markers. And quite a few people had them on sale at Etsy. I have so much money at the beginning of the month that I can use for different things. And normally I get yarn. And I just thought I needed some accessories this time. I got 2 sets of these from Rose Likes Crochet. Gorgeous. I think they were called See-Through Angels. I don't see her. Oh, it's in here somewhere. I think she just put thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for your order on her business card. So no, I don't have the printout. But I bought the last 2 sets that she had. So I have a total of 4 of them. I have some special things I want to make for some people, and I'm thinking of keeping one for myself and then adding them to gifts for Christmas. And then the next place, actually, 2 orders that I had put into Precious Knits shop. I will also put them down below. And the first thing I had ordered, because I've been wanting one of these, is a skein coat. Or skein coat. I say skein. And they consider this one Halloween, but I would use it all year round. We have a black cat, so I fell in love with it. And again, I believe they were on sale. I wanted to get another one, but I decided I wanted to get one, see how it worked. And I was ordering from like 2 other shops. So, yeah, I only ordered that at first. And then when it said that that was bagged up and she was shipping it out, with your first order, she gives you a percentage off if you order again. I don't know if she does that with every order, but I know she did it. It was my first order. So she did it with that one. And I didn't know that she had stitch markers or progress keepers, whatever you call them, for crochet. Most people use the progress keepers that they call them for knit, and not stitch markers, which are just the regular, just the round or teardropped or whatever shape stitch markers that you can't open, that you can use for knitting that you can't use for crochet. So the first thing I saw, and I knew I wanted to order it, and she only had a couple left. This little kitty cat. See it? Just laying there. Just all silver. There we go. Laying there. Isn't it cute? And then she had these snowflakes, and I just fell in love with them. So I got 2 of those. And then I saw this one, and I wasn't going to order it first. I was going to wait and put in an order maybe next month, see if she still had those cats, or maybe in a couple weeks. She only had 1 of these left, and I just had to have it. This cat right here. Isn't it so cute? And it looks almost exactly like my kitty cat, Kahlua. The only thing it needs is my kitty cat has, some people call it a stash, I call it a birthmark since it's a girl, right off of the left side of her nose, right here. It goes dark for a little bit farther. So she's got, some people call them, I'm trying to remember what they call them. Oh, I can't remember, but it's a reference to Adolf Hitler, and I don't like it. Somebody had referred to my cat that way, and I was like, no. And then I looked it up online, and there's whole groups and pages dedicated to these cats that have that stash on them. So that is it. That's all I have to show you for now. And I have some more stitch markers coming. I ordered some stitch markers from Vic's Knits. And those should be coming soon. And I ordered some from UG Beads. Is that what her shop is? It's Cinnamon Stitch's daughter. She makes stitch markers, and she has her own Etsy shop. And normally I don't catch the fact that she has stitch markers out there until she's down to like 1 or 2. And then I used to think they were priced a little bit too high for me, but I think it was just at the time I didn't have the money for it. So there you go. These she priced a little bit lower, that I have coming in, and I believe they're all, no, they're not all Christmas. I got, I think one of them is a Christmas theme, or no, excuse me, sorry. One of them is a Halloween theme. Halloween. And, then I have a grouping of 2 that are, Disney. So, yeah, I can't wait to get those. I will show them to you as soon as I get them. So, hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I know it's in the 80s here, which is a high for us. It's not normal, but it's not, a record high or anything. But normally it's at least 15 degrees lower or more. So, enjoying the weekend here. I got the door open. I'm sure you can hear in the background there's people outside mowing their lawns and things. So, it's just a nice weekend. I have started making a pumpkin. It's by Amelia Makes. This it's in progress, and it's called the Stitch Sampler Pumpkin. So, um, yeah, I started it. I think I only have one stitch left, and it's the basket weave. I've never done the basket weave before, and she has this pattern written like an amigurumi pattern. Because I guess in a way that's what it is. It's a stuffed pumpkin. Um, but I haven't quite figured out how to do the basket weave. So I'm going to go on YouTube and see if I can find a simplistic, because hers is just 3 stitches. Yeah, double crochet front post and back post. Double crochet. So I just have to figure out the order of how they go, because they weren't quite hitting right. They weren't looking basket weave to me. They were looking interesting. If I can't figure it out, I may just go ahead and do it the way that I was doing it and leave it that way. I was hoping to have it done when my daughter got here today, because I told her I'd make her a pumpkin, and it wasn't. So I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to also make sure that I post it. May not be here. It may be on my Instagram. If she comes to get it before I tape again, it may not be here. But it's also going to be part of a cal, a crochet along that Pineapple and Pine is doing. And you can find that cal if you go to Crocheting for Weeks. She's the pine part of Pineapple and Pine. The other one, I believe, is a plush pineapple. Is the other person who's part of Pineapple and Pine. So they had a pumpkin palooza last month where you could save a free pumpkin pattern every day. And I did that. This pattern wasn't part of it, but all you have to do is a crocheted pumpkin, and you can enter it in the cal, and you can enter for prizes. So I will also try and find that link and enter it below. So have a great weekend. Remember, no matter what, you matter. Remember, you're beautiful. And there's always somebody out there thinking about you. I think about everybody who watches my videos every day, and I appreciate you. And yeah, if you like this, let me know if you like the flip through. I mean, it's not a professional one or anything. Like I said, I don't have it set up for tutorials, and that's how most people do their flip throughs that I've seen. Let me know if you like them. And when I get patterns, and if I get more pattern books, which I might, I think I might be finished with buying patterns in general, because I have so many. I get most of them now in ebooks and online, when they have good bundles and stuff that show up. So I can't flip through those, but if I get actual books, I have a couple here actually that I got that I think I may have shown that I got, but I never flipped through them. So let me know if you like it. I can do a couple more flip throughs from books that I have. I actually have books that I had gotten when I was younger, um, leisure art books that I don't know, you might be able to find if you look for them. Um, Somebody might have them on eBay or something. I could always flip through those. So tell me what you think below. Would you like to see my older books? I think I might do that, because somebody was saying that they would like to know how things are different from when I first started crocheting to now, since I've been doing it for 40 plus years. So maybe I'll show those. I got most of them, I think, when I was in my 20s. So 30 years ago. So between 20 to 30 years ago, depending on when in my 20s it was. So maybe I'll come on and flip through those. And I do have some that are cross stitch ones, and I have some that are needlepoint plastic canvas. So if you would be interested, since I'm probably more than likely going to do the flip throughs of my vintage crochet books. I don't know if they're really, if 30 years ago was a vintage, but of my older crochet books. Let me know if you'd be interested in the cross stitch ones and the plastic canvas, because if you are, I'll flip through those too. And I can show you what I made. I have pamphlets and things too. I can always show you the covers and show you what's in them. Yeah, and some of them that I'm not going to use, I may actually put up and give away. Yeah, I need to go through them and decide what I'm going to do and what I'm not. And if you would like, I have some old magazines. When Annie's started, they were Annie's Attic. And I believe that they started with just the magazine before they had the store and everything. And I used to get Annie's Attic. So I know I have older versions of Annie's Attic. And I had made an angel doily, I think that I talked about before, that was made filet crochet. And my grandma used to have it on the back of one of her chairs. And when she passed, I don't know what happened to it. So I don't know if it got put in Goodwill, if somebody else got it or not. So, yeah, I have that pattern, so I do want to make it again. I found it in the magazine that I had it in. So there's a lot of doily patterns. Um, and in those, yeah, a lot of vintagey looking when there is clothing, because it would have been when I was getting those 80s and 90s. So, yeah. Anyway, I already said it once, but remember you matter, and remember you're beautiful to me. And I hope you have a wonderful and fantastic weekend, or a day whenever you're watching this. And if you'd like to see more of me, please hit subscribe. Um, and also, please leave a comment or a like if you'd like to keep seeing my content, because that just helps me out, along with any maker that you see in here. I always try to like every video that I watch when I'm watching a maker, especially makers that I love. And I've learned how to watch them on TV. I can't comment on them when I watch them on TV, but I can still like them. I've learned how to do that. But I try to comment whenever I can. I try to do whatever I can to help the makers in this community out and the other communities that I watch. I do watch coloring stuff. My friend has a coloring page, or a coloring YouTube, and I have liked some of the people that she mentions, but I haven't really watched them like I do her. Sometimes I'll turn her on, and as she's flipping through things, or she does or she's coloring and talks and tells about what's going on in her life, and I'll sit and crochet while I'm watching those. So anyway, see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.